This video is sponsored by iFixit. I paid $450 for a broken iPhone 11 Pro Max because I don't do upgrades like normal people. This iPhone has a cracked screen and it doesn't power on, and I'm gonna see if I can fix it. Let's do this. The back glass on this iPhone 11 Pro Max looks great. The front glass, not so much. This screen obviously needs to be replaced, which I'm not too worried about, but I don't know why it doesn't power on. It doesn't do anything when I plug the charge cable in. It doesn't do anything when I plug it into my computer, so it's just totally dead. That worries me a little bit, but in order to find out what's going on, we gotta get this front screen off and check out the internals. So now it's time for the best part. Now it's time for the best part. Now it's time for the best part. Let's take it apart. I'm gonna be using the iFixit Protect Toolkit. I'll start by using the suction cup to help pry the screen up. Then I'll use these picks to get between the screen and the frame and slice through the adhesive. And then I'll use the drivers to remove the motherboard if needed. So I've been heating the iPhone on a heat mat to get the adhesive around the screen nice and melted. That should make it easier to get a pick under here. Okay, and we're in. Okay, don't see, looks like we didn't do any damage to anything. What we gotta figure out here is, why is this thing not powering on? I mean, I don't see any problems initially. I was thinking maybe something came unhooked in here. Maybe we have a bad USB-C port. I think what I'll do next is remove these shields, make sure the battery is plugged in fully, and maybe actually we'll unplug the battery, plug it back in, and see if that does anything at all. I don't see anything wrong inside here so far with those covers off. The great news is that it looks like nobody's been in here, so that's the good thing. We don't have to worry about any, somebody damaging it and then selling it for parts. So that's the good news. Now I'm gonna plug this back in, this battery, and then just see if it happens to charge. And here we go, let's see what happens. And we definitely just have nothing. Next, let's see how much voltage is in the battery. So we've got 3 volts, and it should be at 3.79. 3 volts should be enough for it to at least recognize the battery. So, so far I think it must be possibly something with the charge port, but right now I'm definitely not sure. One of the things I think it's worth checking just before I get digging into this further is to go ahead and replace this screen and then just see if it happens to show anything on the screen at all. Because right now the screen's broken, so even if it did turn on, it may not show anything on the screen. Now my computer also doesn't recognize it when I plug it in, so I don't think it's an issue of the screen, but at the same time, we have to replace it anyways, so we might as well just get that done, and then we can double check it. And here is the new panel. Now we just have to transfer all this stuff over to here. I have all the components transferred onto the new screen. Now we need to transfer the programming from the old screen onto the new screen so the True Tone function works on the new screen. Data verified correct, so we should be good to go on the new screen. Now I'm going to connect the battery and just see if we happen to get lucky and it works. Whoa, look at this. We do have a battery signal. That's amazing. So maybe this one just needed a new screen. I'm gonna let it charge up and see what happens. No way. And we have an Apple logo. Let's see what happens. Maybe it's, whoa! It actually started up. Okay, I'm gonna get the screen put in the rest of the way, button this phone up, and then we'll see if it all works. Now you probably noticed when this phone did start up, there was someone's picture on it. I bought this phone off of eBay with no knowledge of anything about the phone other than what was wrong with it. Now since there is someone's personal data on this, I have it connected to my computer so I can reset it via iTunes to protect their privacy. Normally when you install a new screen, you need to put new adhesive along the edges of the phone. Unfortunately, since this phone is so new, that is not available yet, so I'm going to install this just back on the old adhesive, which means it's going to be less water resistant, but I can always go back and add that later. Let's get this screen installed, the screws in, and see if there's anything wrong with the phone once that's done. We have the previous owner's information deleted off of the phone. The screen has been replaced, the battery's mostly charged. Now it's time to test it and see if everything works. Important display message: unable to verify this iPhone has a genuine Apple display. I bought this display from a website that claimed that this was a genuine Apple display. Obviously that may not be the case, but at this point it is hard to find genuine Apple displays for these. Unfortunately, Apple doesn't like it when anyone other than an Apple store replaces the screen, which sucks for anyone who wants to do this himself because Apple makes it extremely difficult to do yourself. I think this iPhone 11 Pro Max repair went great. And I'm still surprised that there wasn't anything wrong other than the display. I've never seen a broken display cause an iPhone to not turn on. Let me know in the comment section if that's a common problem that you know of. But for me, I've never seen it before. So it looks like this iPhone 11 Pro Max is working great. I'll leave a link in the description below to the iFixit.com website, and I'll leave my Amazon affiliate link for this iFixit ProTech Toolkit so you can buy one for yourself. So my iPhone 11 Pro Max upgrade cost $450, I mean, plus the $300 screen, but overall it's still not too bad of a deal, and I was able to repair it and bring it back to life so we can get many more years of use out of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good one.